Hello everyone, this is a video on reproduction in organism, chapter 1 cbse part 4. In my previous videos, I explained about reproduction, then about asexual reproduction and its one form, that is fission. Now I will tell about the other form of asexual reproduction. Those are budding, fragmentation, gemmae, regeneration and spore formation. Budding. It is a process in which an unusual small part of the body gives rise to a new individual. Here you can see budding in hydra. Budding in yeast. In this method, a single cell of yeast first do mitotic division with its nucleus and then start developing a small outgrowth known as bud. Unequal division takes place, thus the bud formed are usually small as compared to parent yeast. Sometimes many buds can be seen on the same yeast. Such a situation resembles an organism of genus Torula. Thus this stage is known as Torula stage and the process is known as torulation. In these diagrams you can see a single cell of yeast, budding in yeast and torula stage. In animals, budding is of three types. First is exogenous, in which the bud develops outside the body. Some examples are given here. Second is endogenous, in which the bud develops inside the body of the parent organisms. These buds are called gemmules and usually stay dormant under unfavorable conditions and grow in favorable conditions. Next is strobilation, in which a same segment of body is repeated and a strobilar larva is formed. Then each segment gets separated as aphid larva and grows separately and develops into a jellyfish. Here you can see budding in various animals. Next form of asexual reproduction is fragmentation. It is a simple process in which the parent organism splits into some pieces and each piece develops into new individuals. Some examples are given here. Here you can see fragmentation in Spirogyra, flatworm and fungus. Now are gemmae. These are small groups of cells which detach from the parent organisms and grow into new individuals. Gemmae are most found in Marchantia. Dispersal of gemmae usually takes place through water. Gemmae can be distinguished into male and female gametes. Here in this diagram you can see gamma cups. Regeneration can be defined as the regrowth of a part of body. It can be distinguished into morphallaxis and epimorphosis. In morphallaxis, the whole body is able to grow from a small fragment of the body, while in epimorphosis, the lost fragment of the body can be grown by the rest of the body. It is of two types, reparative, in which only some part of the body can be recovered, while in restorative, major parts can be redeveloped. Here you can see regeneration in lizard, hydra and planera. Spore formation or sporulation. Spores are single-celled structures usually covered by protective covering which are dispersed by means like water, wind, etc. And finally they grow into new individuals. They can be motile as well as non-motile. Here you can see various types of spores. First is zoospores, which are motile and have flagella. Next is collidia, which are non-motile and may be single or in chain. Next are chlamydospores. They have thick walls and due to reserves of food, they can go through unfavorable conditions. Next is oodia. They are formed when fungi are exposed to excess of concentration of water, sugar and some salts. Next are sporangiospores. They are non-motile and grow to form mycelium. Here in these diagrams, at the extreme top left corner there are odias, while below it are chlamydospores. At the extreme top right corner there are conidia, while at the extreme below left corner there are sporangiospores, while on the extreme below right corner you can see zoospores.